1, 2, 3, 4.
You see, some bands would practice before the show. In case you're wondering, this is the Mermaid dance. When I was a lad in a fishing town, no man said to me, you could spend your life, your jolly life, just sailing on the sea. You could search the world for pretty girls till your eyes are weak and dim. But don't go searching for a mermaid, son, if you don't know how to swim. 'Cause her hair was green as seaweed, her skin was blue and pale, her face, it was a work of art. I love that girl with all my heart, but I only liked the upper part, I did not like the tail. Shipped on board a sailing ship, very first day at sea, I seen the mermaid in the waves, reaching up to me. Come live with me in the sea, said she, down on the ocean floor. I'll show you a million wondrous things you've never seen before. So over I jumped and she pulled me down to her seaweed bed, with a pillow made of a tortoiseshell shape placed beneath my head. She fed me shrimp and caviar upon a silver dish. From her head to her waist she was just my taste, but the rest of her was a fish. And her hair was green as seaweed, her skin was blue and pale, her face, it was a work of art. I loved that girl with all my heart, but I only liked the upper part, I did not like the tail. Then one day she swam away, swam to the Cans and the whales. How I miss her seaweed hair and the silver shine of her scales. But then her sister, she swam by, set my heart a whirl. 'Cause her upper part was an ugly fish, but her bottom part was a girl. And her hair was green as seaweed, her skin was blue and pale, her face, it was a work of art. I love that girl with all my heart, and I don't give a damn about the upper part, 'cause that's how I get my tail. Thank you very much. You're very kind.
Truly a confusing song.
Yes, very confusing indeed. Fish, not just for Fridays anymore.
No.
Some people have fish as many as 3 or 4 times a week. If you're from Newfoundland, that number can soar to 18.
For breakfast.
Breaded or poached.
Yeah. It is truly a difficult thing when you're touring on the road, on a bus with 9 or 10 guys for a long time. And
It's very hard.
Does it get hard on the road? No. And you're given the options of combining fish and woman, you know. You start to think about the possibilities. Sean actually bought 5 or 6 copies of our record, because it has the fish woman combinations on the front and the back, and he started cutting them in half and rearranging them to make millions of fish woman combinations.
Sometimes it made me hungry.
Grand song. Well sung. There you go. So we sat down, I don't know, a couple of years ago when we were doing the Something Beautiful record, and we decided that we do a musical portrait of Newfoundland and Labrador. And yes, because we're from a place that has that many songs, so we can do that. So we definitely could have sang or recorded a whole album of songs about mermaids, or certainly about ones that fell through ice, or horses that fall through ice, as it turns out. Or probably we could have done a whole record about murderous pirates.
Arr.
But we thought what we tried to do mostly was do a bit of a musical portrait of the whole province, and we knew there was a bunch of great songs from the west coast of Newfoundland, and they were and it's a beautiful part of Newfoundland, and you should go when you get a chance to go to Newfoundland. Go over to the Humber Valley and over to Corner Brook and Grossmore, and it's a beautiful part. And there's a long tradition there of men working in the woods and driving logs up and down the great rivers of the midwestern part of Newfoundland, and no doubt they'd sing themselves to sleep with tunes like this one. This is called The River Driver's Lament.